everybody, it's Gypsy. Today the wind is not too bad, so me and my friend Jim over there, we are making an attempt at the shed. We're putting the floor in first. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, everybody, the floor is in. There's going to be an attempt at the walls. It's not as easy as it looks. So my shed is made of sheet metal, and the wind in the southwest is very, it's bad. But when you live on a llano like this, there's no windbreak. So things have a tendency to fly away, even a full shed. My friend Jim came up with this great idea. He's making a frame for the shed. He's not done yet. He still has this side to do in the front here. But what I like that he did is, if you see the back wall, he did it in two halves to give it extra sturdiness. And then I think he said on the side walls, he's putting a another 2x2 down the center for extra strength there. So, and then he's just going to build the shed around it per the instructions. So that ought to hold up nicely. All right, everybody. So I'm standing at the end of my drive. I have the fence finished all the way around. That's my short end of the yard. Then I just got done with the back, which you can't see because stuff is in the way. That's my longest property line. I got done with that. So I have this property line, excuse me, and then I have the front up into the drive, and I'm going to make a makeshift gate so that Sirius can run around and play. So what I'm going to do is get that done, hopefully no later than tomorrow. I'm going to let him off his tie out and let him run around. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to reinforce the top of the fence, show you how I do that, and I'm going to stake the bottom of the fence. He's a big guy and he's very intelligent. I hope he does not figure out a way to get over or around the fence. But the thing about him is, it seems like when he sees and knows the property lines, he's okay with staying in it. I could be wrong. We'll see what happens. But that's what's going on with that. Over here, all the noise, we have a generator running. So we got the floor done in the shed the other day, or my friend Jim did, I should say. Now he's putting up the walls. So that's good. Oh, yesterday, all by myself. You know, I had those 2 water tanks over there. I took the second one, put it up on my trailer. I hauled it over to the garden area, and I put it over there, got in the place I want, all by myself. Then I went and I got a third one. That's going to be just for hauling one. So anyways, I was, as long as they're empty, they're not really that bad, they're not that heavy, I was able to get it up in the trailer and move it myself. So let's see, what else is going on? Oh, my peas are doing amazing. I wanted to go see how they were vining because I was going to move the burlap so that they would vine around the branches that I used to make the walls of the raised garden. Well, here they're already vining and doing a good job of it on the burlap, so I'm going to leave it like that. The few kale I have is doing great. The carrots are going to be ready to be thinned out soon. And I have about 5 or 6 little baby cabbages coming up. And I think next week I'm going to fill that bed and get the turnips and radishes going next week. So that's where we are now. I might do another update or 2 by the end of the week before I get this video up. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so the fence is basically complete. Like I said, I took, this is 17 gauge fence wire. I have 3 of them hooked on to T-posts. Don't mind how crooked that is. Maybe I had a drink or 2 when I put those up. I don't know. But anyways, then I stretched chicken wire across them and I attached it. And then, I don't know if you could see down there, I have, right, I don't know if you could see it. I can't see with this sun, but I have these stakes. Let's see, where did I put those? I'll show you what they look like, but I'm fastening down the bottom of the fence to give it, it's even tighter, it's even stronger. Oh, here they are. Let me show you these. Let's see, is that coming through? There we go. These are 9-inch, and they have, the hook on the end. And I just, pound them in the ground and put it at the bottom, and it holds it. So what I'm going to do next, what I'm going to do next is first make a temporary gate across my driveway. Okay? So my dog can have full run without being tempted to take off running around the neighborhood. And I'm going to use this temporary gate until these gates are widened and refurbished. Then I'll be putting those up. So next up is the gate, and then after the gate, taking Sirius off his tie out because he really needs it. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me over the wind. It's gotten pretty bad. This is the temporary gate I finished. I just took the 3 wires and continued them past the opening of the driveway, and then I did the same with the chicken wire, and I wound him around this piece of wood here, stapled him with my staple gun. Then I made sure everything was, the chicken wires attached to the fence wire. And then what I did was, I have this big chain, and I just closed it with that. It's going to be a bitch opening and closing it, but it's only temporary. So that does it, I guess, for my update. Let me see if I could get closer in. Yeah. So I started 2 months ago, end of June, with a piece of vacant land I just purchased. I put in, let's see, we got 4 gardens so far. There's a 5th one about to go in. I've got 3 water tanks to get water. I've got my fence up. The shed's almost done. We're living in that right now. And there's more coming. But this is what I've accomplished in 2 months for my tiny homestead. This entire area here is going to be the living quarters. So this will be like, there'll be other stuff here, other buildings, but it's going to be more aesthetic gardens, where this is food. It's going to be all food over here. So I'm going to leave you with that. Blessed be, and make it a joyful one.